I have no intro for this at all. Uh, all I can say is I got a really good spawn. What the fuck? Ooh, I can't say bad words. I've already broken one of my first rules. I just want to see if there's bees around here, because if there's bees, then this is like absolutely perfect. And this spawn is the best possible spawn I could have had. And I'm on hard mode, probably gonna die quickly. Very quickly. But, let's just try to get some stone tools. We're gonna let, I think the first, gotta let my dog in. The first few days are gonna be underground. Because I don't think I'm gonna do great above ground. But then again, this is hard mode, so everything's gonna be a little bit spookier. I started my last world on easy, so this is gonna be a more legitimate playthrough, I should probably say. I just want to get like a stack of wood before I hit under. Or at least 32 would be good, actually. Then I could set up a small underground cave base. If I can get a bed the first night, I plan on doing it. If not, I'll get one night too. But this is definitely where I'm gonna set up. This is the best possible spawn I could have got. What the hell? I'm gonna save this flatland though for another project. I'm gonna build probably out further this way. Rory? Rory! No, don't do that. And he continued, okay. Thanks, dog. I want to build one of those big bases that I keep seeing. Except, I want to do it differently. I want to have a different style than a lot of people seem to be aiming for. But I do need a crafting table, and I do need a sword. And I don't need wooden logs yet. And I just crafted a second one. You know what? We're doing really ouchy. So, I hereby... There's not much food out here, though. I will say that. I've seen less than ideal. Over here we have access to birch, oak. I think there's spruce over there. I'm gonna go to stone, hopefully. Oh, this is 10 times easier than starting out on 2B2T. That's actual hell. And that's if I can get in, because I usually don't like to spend 12 hours in queue. Although apparently it's down a little bit recently, so it might be worth it. And we no longer need the wooden pickaxe, but I'll put it in a frame somewhere. And now it's time to find iron. Hooray! And then I can shear like 2 sheep. And be done. And welcome to Bedrock. I killed the source block, but just doesn't want to. Oh my god. I kinda hate Bedrock. I wish I could just play on Legacy, but they're kind of like shuffling that out of existence mildly, which makes me a little bit angry. Because Legacy is update-wise inferior, programming-wise, not as much of an absolute jumble as this. So I, like most other people, prefer it, except this has crossplay, so I can play with more of my friends. But I mean, like, as of now, I think that feature became slightly mundane and useless because a lot of people don't like me currently, so, ooh. I guess I got kind of swindled out of the benefits. whole situation is kind of ouchy, but eh. And I don't want to starve, but I do need the coal. And I do want enough to make a furnace. And at this rate, I don't think we're going to have a bed before sundown without killing the sheep. It's very hard to be a vegetarian in this game. Actually, is that an iron deposit? We will have a bed tonight. A bed and possibly a sword. And a pick. That's shears, sword, pick. There we go. That's a perfect deposit to save our ass. Heck, I've already swords. And we used our other crafting table down there, so just, craft a third one. Doesn't actually matter that much. It's just, I craft a bajillion of them constantly, it's gonna become an issue. And we'll kill that. First, I'll get that sheep over there, because I don't feel like sleeping in the open. Actually, I think my plan is gonna be get that sheep's wool and then kill the sheep. Or it's mutton. Screw it, this will be our camp for tonight. Yay, level 1. We did it, boys. Okie dokie. I don't want to take hunger damage, but I'm kind of an idiot. So... Heck it. I want to keep the black sheep. I don't know if pink sheep spawn anymore. I found like 3 of them, but then like... I've never seen one since. I found one on Pocket Bedrock like a month or 2 ago. I found a couple on other versions. Like I found one on Java, and I found one on Legacy. But I've never found one since the PlayStation updated to Bedrock. Which doesn't sit well with me, because that was like an ancient, like, whoa! Also, the surface dungeons, you know, like the ones that like 1.8, where you'd be going around on the surface, and there'd be like just randomly like a spawner room in the desert, but like right on the surface, like it was just like a cave-in area. And it was the craziest thing to find. Because it felt so unnatural, and it made the desert, like, fun to explore, unlike now, honestly, where it's kind of, like, ouchy to explore, but decent at the same time. I also want to stay near the spawn chunks so that I can use them, but I don't know if that's Java only. Kind of not a fan of Bedrock. I don't know if you've noticed. Okay, that's cooking. Let's set our spawn. There, campsite done. That is not what I wanted to do, thanks game. Good bones. And now we can sprint to kill a cow. Or a sheep. Whatever works right now, honestly. And then as soon as we find some more meat, we will go to bed, and then I will get some seeds and we'll get a farm going, and I will travel till I find potatoes. And I'll probably Google a couple tutorials. There we go, day 1 complete. Many more to go. Tomorrow we will start work on a farm. And today I will create pickaxe. And we will go find another cave. Huzzah. It's a little little bit weird not killing them in like 3 hits. So in my other world I have like absolute Chad gear. This one I don't though, so I actually have to be careful. And I die sometimes on that world too, like when I was fighting the Elder Guardian. To be fair though, that was the first time I'd ever done survival, like beat the game. And I've been playing this for like years and years and years. Because I was creative, dude. I just go on creative for hours. And I still am. I built a reasonable section of my town in a 1-to-1 scale, and like, I might stream that sometime, but not now. I feel like watching me build a town 1-to-1 scale would not be exactly the best. And here we go, skeleton fight. Also, the Java mechanics that they have in like all the handbooks and stuff, they don't work either. It's like, just dig into a hole in the wall and they'll just ignore you. Woo. And I'm like, whoa, that's cool that you guys did that. And then they're like, JK, it was a glitch and now on Bedrock, get pranked. And I'm just like, aw. Damn, I can also not like yellow and not feel guilty anymore. I do be having a rough time, but yeah. I want to do something impressive with this world. Like, I have ambitious plans. I need a shovel and a lot of concrete, though. Oh, snap. Ravine? No. Big cave, though. And that goes down to lava level. Radical. Let's go back to the surface. I have enough iron. I think cobblestone. I have more cobblestone. Or more iron than I do cobblestone. Let's fix it really quickly. I have enough to do something decent right now, which is pretty much all I need. But I will use that shaft to build a staircase down into a massive mine. As like, I think the first project, because mines are the most important thing in this game. That and fishing, oh my god. That is the most OP thing ever, I kid you not. Fishing in this game is absolutely insane. Like, my friend and I, we were screwing around with it. Oh my god, he caught, like, a book with an infinity bow. And I was like, darn, that sounds really cool. So I got myself an absolute Chad fishing rod. And I started to, you know, fish and do the, you know, cool stuff with it. And I got the most, like, absolutely extraordinary stuff just off the bat. Because apparently fishing is, like, a godsend or something. I don't know. It's just like magical now. So I think we're gonna have a day where I just fish. Split this coal. And day 2, I'm not actually doing too bad. I'm gonna split this because it's gonna take too long. And then while that's cooking for a tiny bit, I'm gonna go kill some animals. I don't like that they paired animals with parents, because now I feel guilty every time I kill a chicken. I also want to get looting on this sword as soon as possible, or looting on a diamond sword as soon as possible, and maybe I'll also get lucky and get a mending book before day 300, unlike my other one. And we spawned in a plains, and I know villages don't spawn for like 400 blocks within your spawn, or at least they didn't. So I don't know how that's gonna work in this edition. I have to learn the quirks of this myself. But there's a taiga over there, and they spawn a lot of villages, if I've learned anything about this game. It's that these taiga forests are absolutely magical, And we're starting again. And we have reasonable food, hunger, and stuff, and pig. If I find a village within a reasonable distance of spawn, I'm gonna, like, cry. Oh my god. I'm already reasonably geared up, too. Like, that took no time at all. No. Oh, berry bushes. I think that's what I just saw. Yep. Cool beans, we have a kind of sustainable food. They absolutely suck, but they're so easy to farm. Like, it's almost not worth getting them, but then it's also very worth getting them just because they're so absolutely trash, but farming them is just too easy to pass by, honestly. And it's getting darker, so we're gonna head back to our base. And I'm gonna start building an actual house so that we have somewhere where we can get our base of operations laid out. Oh, there's a ravine. We could do something with that, maybe. No. There's a cat crying in my house. I have to go check that out.
I'm not sure. I think it's mom, but I'm not sure. It's Bo.
What?
He wants in.
I don't think that was Bo. Hi. That didn't sound like it was Bo, because I was way further back in the room. It sounded like it was in Mom's room.
Yeah, I think it might have been mom doing that.
Okay, okay. I'm glad that we headed back a little bit earlier, because it is getting sundown, and I do not want to be stuck out past any nighttime. Oh my god, bees. They're the best ever. We have a hive. I can get honey. No. Okay. Glad we made a chest. I'm already doing decent enough to where I might actually need to use it. That's another ravine, and I think that's by our house. Yeah, okay. We got a good spawn. Holy frick. Alrighty. You can craft that? Can you just craft horse armor now, or is it only leather? That's stupid. Okay, I'm just gonna make that, because better than nothing. I'm gonna make an axe, then I'm gonna start building fences, and I'm gonna have a farm. I don't actually need a roof over my head yet, so I'm not gonna waste the materials. Doo-doo. We're gonna have a cow farm, and we're gonna have a chicken farm, because beef is decent. We're not chicken, we're gonna have a 2 cow farm. We're gonna have a cow farm that's gonna be like one of the 2x2 pit ones. No, because I can't do that, because I don't have enough iron to make hoppers. Can't make a pit farm. I have to make an actual farm. We're gonna breed those cows together as much as we can. I'm also gonna need a wheat farm though for that, so. There we go. And hell, we can have a mutton/wool farm too if we really want. Trying to use as little food as I can, but I'm sprinting everywhere like an idiot. There we go. There, now we have 2 sustainable food sources. Now my goal is 3 to 4 more. Early game, you want to focus on food, and then you focus on more, like, material things. But right now, I pretty much can't afford to do anything other than food. And, like, just food, pretty much. I will say, though, there's not a lot of area to get. A lot of flowers here. Shoot, why am I wasting those? Oh, yeah, and we can put our useless tools in here. Nice. Let's take that and use that to flatten out our home. Let me see, 2 more of these nests. We already used that, so I'm just gonna do that. Just heck it, why not? And now we have more land. There. That was easy enough. There's a lot of bees, holy frick. Like, I think I can actually reasonably get a bee box. I have no clue how they work, though. What did I want? I wanted a fence gate. I'm an idiot. I have the sticks. Cow time. Once those grow, do we have any bones? I killed like 2 skeletons. Or I killed a skeleton. No bones. Okay. I'll use this day to explore this way. So it looks like our primary direction of travel is going to be south and east. So that's going to be where I expand mostly, just because I want to not waste materials on another map. And from what I'm seeing, that'll work out pretty much perfectly, honestly. That's a cool cave entrance. That's a really cool cave entrance. I think I got dead lucky with all of this. Knowing my luck, I probably spawned on top of a stronghold. And it'll lead me away from the one that I'm on. I'm equipped enough to get another bed down before nightfall, but I don't think I should risk it and wait for nightfall. That'd be dumb. There's lava in there. I like streaming because it means that I can watch them back and see anything I missed, so if I just make notes of small things and I record it, I'm more likely to be able to go back and be like, yeah. There was an abandoned village 3,572 blocks out. You know? It's just nice. Try not to tear up the landscape too much. I like to keep it semi-original. And that could have been the death of us. You know, I'm just gonna... This is one of those hills biomes. This is where we're gonna get a lot of our gravel from. I also haven't found one of those pillager strongholds in a while. I think they turned down the rate that they spawn at some point. They didn't tell anybody about it. Can I see anything? No. Oh, cool, I already have the wool to get another bed. I can go as far as I want. You know, people argue about whether gold or steak is the better. I think steak is easier to obtain. You have to eat less of it, and even though it lasts less time, it'll still give you a full hunger bar. Time to craft that. Small camp. There we go. So my friend is actually going to join me in a little bit. They're on a Switch though, so I don't think they'll be able to help me too much. I don't think I'm going to find a village up there. I just want it on like before day 10 to find a village. Because they're so ridiculously useful now. They made villages farmable. And that's like a bad thing all over. Well, for game balance. But I think they kind of gave up on game balance, so... Also, smoothstone generator, you just need to get water source block in contact with. That's cool, I didn't know that. I kinda want one now, for when I get Silk Touch. I need smoothstone for like an underground thing. No, I actually know what I'm gonna do with the other world. So I had this creative project that I made to be able to do in survival. And it was legacy, so there were some bedrock glitches and stuff, but not terrible, so it's still doable, it's just really difficult. And I built this massive underground chasm. Like a town and stuff. I want to do that. I don't have Depth Strider. That makes this difficult to do. Alright, I'm gonna have to start a farm or start building the house so that my farm can grow. Because I've had my home chunks unloaded for a while now. I'm also gonna be out at night tonight. I'm not excited. This is a really tight... This is a wacky spawn. I like that squid spawn in here. You can make it into a squid and drown farm. I'm really angry that there's no like bedrock seed readers and I don't know how to program, so I can't just make one. I wanted to learn, but it's difficult. Again though, I'm far away from any of like the exotic biomes. I hate that. Every time I spawn into a world, it's like, yeah, so you get this cool stuff, but I really hope you didn't want to, like, actually do anything, that requires going more than 2... I'm gonna probably have to trade for bamboo again to get it early game. Heaven forbid I want string or anything. Oh, can't you grab string from wool now, or wool from string? Pretty sure you can do it, one of those. There we go, all the cows respawned. Yay, bedrock's broken. Doo 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 doo. I like that. Bedrock is so absolutely trash that sometimes it just... Ooh, I thought that was the ravine by my house. Bedrock is so absolutely trash that sometimes it's trash in a way that benefits you. Come on, seeds. You can do it. So this is one of those new flower biomes. I feel like dye isn't going to be an issue at all. I don't like them though. Other than the bees, it's just like weird. And oh my god, another plains with literally nothing in it. I get excited. People look at those and are like, ew, plains, there's nothing there. And I'm like, that's a food source and a future mega build right there. That's terraforming I didn't have to do. I can make Karl Marxian dystopia there. So that's where I think a lot of people falter when they play Minecraft, is they don't see what they look at like a they look at something. I don't see it and go like, darn, that could be. They go, that is, and then they don't want to do anything. Cause they're like, damn, that's a big empty space, and I'm like, that's a space that could be filled with anything. I'm gonna fight monsters tonight. I want more from this. I'm gonna make pants, boots, and a helmet. And huzzah! I have a reasonably full armor bar. An iron sword. And it's raining. This is starting to work now. Huzzah. So I'm going to expand it by a single row. Or a column, actually. I'm going to expand each column. So apparently, the bed I slept in means 3 days and then rain. So if I ever need a rainstorm, now I know how to get it. And I don't know how long that is. RNG manipulation is difficult in this game because it's also Bedrock Edition. I know how Java works pretty decently, but this one is hit or miss for me. Anyways, I'm gonna go absolutely destroy the ravine. Or actually, I need to stay here because I need to fight monsters. I want a skeleton. Markle. Ooh, I also didn't spawn near an ocean. I don't like that. Oceans are useful. I want kelp. Kelp is a great fuel block. It gets underused a lot of the time. It's confusing because one kelp doesn't smelt. The kelp itself doesn't at all. But you take the kelp and you turn it into kelp blocks, and boom, you also have a food source and a fuel source. So if you're ever starving and about to die, like your base gets raided or something, and I look at the furnaces that are all empty and they for some reason don't blow them up. They're like, darn, all this man's got in here is kelp blocks. What an idiot, should have, done something. The joke's on them. They just left something to help me get back on my feet. And that is always nice. Alrighty. My micro base is coming together. We're not sleeping tonight. There we go. String! That needs to be covered up for the farm. This is like the dirt shack equivalent of a house for me. But then again, I've never actually had the chance to build something really better. I like and dislike the fact that this edition is still just who can click the fastest. It makes combat easy, but it just makes it kind of like a chore almost. I know if people liked it. It's nice, simple, smooth, and intuitive. Darn, there's a lot of baby zombies. Oh, I'm gonna screw with them. Especially not at like the point in the game that I'm at. There we go, drop the rotten flesh off, and I only got one bone, so I guess we're just gonna have 3 bone meals, so let's just... Heck yes, now we can breed them too. Okay, time to find those cows we saw earlier over here. Now we have creepers and stuff too, that's not fun. Dude, I remember when 3 nights was absolutely terrifying to have before Phantom spawned, and then it was like, if you can't get a bed in that time, like, what are you doing, man? Like, ooh. Like, the, time frame that gave me wasn't bad, it just gave me more incentive to get off my feet. Or to get on my feet and go do stuff. Cool beans, we have horses here too. Oh, that's another massive cave. Cool. Wow. Okay. Apparently this spawn is just absolutely crazy. Okay. Not once have I seen this many bees, and there's our acacia biome. Which usually means there's a village. And a desert. Ooh, we might get diamonds out of this. Shoot, I should have started this later. We might have to restart this world. Kinda want to wait for the Nether update. And there's our village. Of course, the moment I say we should probably restart the world. And there's a temple right there too. Okay. That's frustrating. It's like close as heck to spawn too. Why did I have to doubt this world for even 2 seconds? I looked at this world and I was like, darn dude, you might just get dropped. And then the world was like, no please, I beg. I'm still probably gonna have to... If there's like diamonds and stuff in the chest in here, this is just the world begging for like me to not end it. There we go, block lag, I love it. Thanks Bedrock, you're just as functional, perfectly usable as ever. Oh my god. I swear to god, Riptide? Are you... It really is. This world is begging for mercy. Oh my god. If there's an enchanted gold apple in here, I'll be happy. I'll keep the world. If not, you know, it's so-so, depends on the rest of the loot. But if there's an enchanted gold apple, still not bad. And we have a diamond pick. Alright. Kept upping the ante and it just kept matching me. I feel kind of flexed on right now, honestly. Watch me be like crazy mad stuff in the village too. Or another desert temple. Like close. Yeah, my cat wants attention. I've also learned that just raiding these completely dry isn't the best idea because the villagers don't like you after that. And despite them being villagers and generally useless, they actually can be like useful at times. And that's bread. You can take the stuff from their chest though. Anyways, apparently this seed is just like mad crazy good. Man, I'm sad. I challenged person 8-ball pool. They never responded. Are you kidding me? There's another village and another desert temple. This one's even bigger. What next? A mesa biome that's enormous? Okay, I forgot that they updated deserts to be useful, like, but that was forever ago. Oh my god. Mending? Aqua Affinity. We can make that an Aqua Affinity too. Bones. More bones. Diamond horse armor bones. If it's mending, I'll be very happy. I pray it's mending. Oh, I'm not praying to Notch though, because he's kind of a PPIRL, but... Duh! That ain't not bad. Okay. This is a pretty loaded inventory if you're like... Day 3 or 5. I guess that's the greatest, but it's like... Cool. Still. It's definitely not bad by any standard. Can we go for 3? Or another village? Actually, let's unload some stuff off in a chest in this one. And then we can steal a bed. This is genuinely the luckiest I think I've ever been in this game. What the heck? You know, we'll just craft some stuff. The crafting tables in these villages, right? Looking for a chest, but I don't see one, so I think I'm just gonna make one or two. We'll unload all the major valuables off in here. Now we keep the wood. Wood's always good. Oh, cat here. Oh man, you were coming home from work, and I just took your bed. Sorry, Holmes. But I'm on a journey. Aqua Affinity, though, I'm gonna be set. Before the husks can spawn. I think I was a tiny bit late. Oh my god. I kind of regret exploring south now. And of course, it is a massive desert that will never end. And a pillager structure, which I talked about not finding very often earlier. And of course, desert well icon. And another village. Will there be a desert temple next to this one? If yes, I think I just found the absolute best seed I've ever played on before. The desert temple doesn't even have to be like close to it, just visible from like also visible at the village. It's like honestly, this is absolutely insane. Like even just the third village in a row. Absolutely crazy. Doesn't look like it. Darn. Actually, wait, is that one? That another desert well? That's another temple. I think that's a desert well. Although that is next to villagers. What the heck? What kind of a seed is this? Hey guys, I'm here to steal your food. Only a little bit though. Each one of these is 3 loaves of bread. So now we are at 30 loaves of bread. So now we're in Extreme Hills. I am one singular oak wood short. And there's Desert Temple number 3. What is that? Oh, like pump. Okay. Mending, no. Cool beans, I got paid off just for finding this on the pickaxe that I almost lost. Mending, no. Just fortune? And knockback, not exactly great. So it looks like I'm stuck with kind of mediocre enchantments. So I think I'm gonna head back to base, call it quits for the stream. We're taking this route back because this is an unexplored area. And I would love to find new stuff. That's another village. I'm grabbing the potatoes. That is another one. I think that one's closer, actually, to my... That's the birch forest that borders my house. That's just south, or that's just north. So I circled around that. Oh, it's an abandoned village? That's like better and worse, almost. I feel less bad if I steal it, but I can also cure all these dudes now. This gives you like the cool brown and gray stained glass. Or just brown. Yeah. I'm gonna steal and replant the potato crops though. That's red though. So we have some gold apples and stuff, but once we get more we can get that all set up and going again. And then this will bring us right back down to our base. In like no time. That's cool. So apparently we have like the luckiest spawn ever, just casually, you know. What the hell? Zombie villages are rare, and I have 3 desert villages, 3 desert temples, a dead village, bees galore, like, oh my lord. One of the new flower biomes. Watch when I jump into the new update, it'll give me a nether bastion like 2 blocks away from spawn. Oh, drats. I'm not gonna get the nether portals. You know, I'm gonna keep this world. This is not gonna be my stream one. This was a dry one. We're gonna use this seed though. I'm gonna save this seed. We're gonna use it once the nether update comes out. rats, and we left a whole bunch of our stuff in one of the desert. Yeah, we're gonna restart once the Nether update comes out. But as soon as that Nether update comes out, I'm just gonna go as quick as possible through this. We're going like on meow. Yes, sayonara.